my shield, and he in whom I trust.
Hey guys, thanks for joining me. This is Precision Fire here, and I'm excited to make this video today because I've been waiting on parts for this Remington 700, waiting on the chassis. I just got my barrel back from getting machined. I'm waiting on my scope, rings, pretty much everything. But the biggest thing is the chassis is going to take 60 days. 60 days. So it must be a good chassis. It's a Masterpiece Arms aluminum chassis. So I wonder if they just make them on order basis or something. So I'm excited to try that out because it's aluminum, it's lightweight, it's something different. So that'll be cool. Today's video is just a simple video on adding a base to our Remington 700. This is a Nightforce A112 20 MOA taper long action. But the point of this video is adding a base bed. So a lot of you asking, what is a base bed and why would you use it? It is to apply a good foundation to the base. If you were to take this, I'll show you later in the video when you actually install this, there's little imperfections. You can put, paper, you see light coming through, not only in the front, but in the back. So when you actually shoot, you could actually get torquing and twisting just slightly that can actually affect your shot. So the screws are all in the center, so it makes sense that you want a base bed so you can get a nice solid foundation so it doesn't flex like that. And over time also, these do warp. I mean, they are steel, but they do warp, so that'll help eliminate that. So a lot of people say, oh, it's unnecessary, it's unnecessary. You don't have to do it. It's just a waste of time. But I say, why not? If you're chasing accuracy, why not do it? It's just eliminating one factor that can affect your shot. So, and it only takes 5 minutes to do. Of course, 24 hours, dry time, but why not do it? And plus, it's fun. So what you'll need is your rail, JB Weld, small screwdriver. I did bring my Torx screwdriver, but remember, you don't want to torque this down all the way. You're just tightening snugly when you install the base or when you have the JB Weld not curing or setting. So just snug, and usually just the front screws. So just a small flathead there. Most importantly, you're going to need a type of wax. This one is Kiwi. And I've used this in the past and it works great. So the reason we use this is just so you could take your rail off. So if you use JB Weld, so please don't forget this. If you just use JB Weld, you're not gonna be able to get your rail off. It's there permanently. So other than that, you just need a little popsicle stick, something to mix in. So like I said, this is JB Weld, it's just 50-50. Just eye it, give it a dark gray color. If it's too light, just add some of the black compound. It'll darken it up a little bit. Okay, so let's get started. So let's go ahead and go ahead and open our packaging here. So that is our rail there. Can you see that? Okay, let me just show you why we would use a rail. I want just to note before that. Notice how there's some play there. Our front screws are in. So whenever you install this, make sure it's all the way forward. There is some play there, so you'll notice. Okay, so if you could look here, actually this one's pretty good. I see that there is not too much gap there in this one. This must be a straighter rail there. But yeah, there's almost no play in this. I mean, if you take a piece of paper there. So there's a little bit of gap. You'll see in the middle, it's very tight. This is a bad example to show you why. This is actually, usually I see a lot more gap. But if I would take a light and shine it back here, it would probably shine through. And if you look from the back, you could actually see a little gap on the right side. Yep, so you could actually see it flexing. When I push down here and you look to the back, so if you look here, I've installed this, and on the right side, you see the gap? I should say the left side. So when I push down, you can see it's very small, but you can see it actually has some flex there, just slightly. So that's what we're gonna eliminate with the base bedding. So let's start off with our kiwi. I'm a little overexposed, but I want to make sure that this is nice and bright. So you just apply this liberally. So I just go just liberal, especially down the holes here, but just because you don't want any JB Weld going down in your action there. That would be bad. So I just apply it liberally. You know, I never really had a problem with it going down in your action and causing problems. I mean, just, if you use this, you can use this in your action too. Just clean it when you're done. You know, I'll just go ahead and just on the front screw there, just so I can get it through there. I gotta lay this on pretty thick there. I think that's good. I mean, just get these edges here just in case you get some overflow. Okay, I think put this in a lot of places I didn't need to, but whatever. Wax is removable. Good view here. So 50-50. This is JB Weld. So remember, you want like a dark gray color. See, it actually is quite gray already. I think that's good enough. It's well mixed. Chemical reaction has started. So let's go ahead and apply this. And take our gun off just so we can show you this. This isn't the best lens for this part, so let's go ahead and just small amount, let's just get it. Nice and even. Now it does get on the sides. I mean, you don't have to get, you know, this is a little sloppy there. Now, a lot of people say never do the front. I do the front. You can still get imperfections. I mean, I'm sorry, the back there. Just do not torque the back down. Just torque the front down. That's a little nicer there. I think that's a nice thin coat. Just want to make all of the surfaces, make sure all the surfaces are covered there. All right, so there we go. It's ready to go. Okay, got my JB weld both sides. We want to line these up as best as we can. Okay, keep that on the front. Too much coffee this morning. As you can see, I put a little bit of wax in the screw holes there, just so if we get any seepage that it doesn't get on our screws there. And we do want to be able to take this thing off. So we want to push this forward, always forward. Come on, get in there. Just snug, remember. That's it. I just put them snug. And then you can see that we got some seepage on both sides. So I'm just going to take some Q-tips and just wipe it clean. Remember, we got a wax on there, so it's nothing to really worry about. It'll come off fairly easily. So don't mess with this or push it down or anything. Just let it set just like that.
Oh no, shit.
You want to make sure you check your action. If you look down in there, you want to make sure that there's no JB weld seeping down in there. Okay, so let's let this cure. I went ahead and took off our couple of screws there in the front. And then sometimes you just have to get a little pry with the screwdriver. So it looks really good. As you can see, it did cure, and it's a really nice thin film there. If you can see that, let me turn down this lighting just a little bit, and let's zoom in on that. So you can see it's a nice thin film there. So you can sand the edges however you want to clean it up there. But it looks pretty good there. We'll probably clean that off a little bit, but you're not going to be able to see this portion. So in regards to your...
Look, this isn't Windex, but it's just as good. It's the straw brand.
No, it'd leave a film.
Okay, so after you have everything cleaned up and it's been over 24 hours for curing, you can go ahead and torque these down. So 28 pounds, 28 inch pounds, or you could do 30, but I'm just going to do the recommended 28. Start from the inside and work your way out. And that's it. We are up. We got a little more cleaning to do, and just to make it look all nice and pretty. And that's pretty much it. Okay, so that concludes our video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Very short and easy. So like I said, you know, if you are installing a new scope and a rail, you know, I would suggest bedding the scope. I don't think there's any reason why you shouldn't bed the scope. Just join me next time, and please subscribe if you like my video, or if you leave feedback and comments, I would appreciate it. I always like feedback. And that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.